Working the Engels is about a family of, basically it's about a family of ne'er-do-wells who all work in the daughter's law office. And she is the only one who's actually trained in the legal profession. So although her mother, Seal, played by Andrea Martin, had been a paralegal before she married the father, and so she still has that training, which she completely forgets and has these moments of sort of savant clarity where she actually remembers legalese, and it's helpful at unhelpful times, basically. She is Seal. I mean, it's really...
she has made this character her own, but I'm going to say, working with Andrea Martin, we knew we were working with an icon. We knew we were working with a legend, but I'm going to go right to genius on
She
this.
is a genius.
Yeah, she's a comedy genius.
And it was amazing, as I told Andrea when I first talked to her, just to have grown up watching that. Of course, she didn't love the part where I said I grew up watching the show. So I had to say I was in my 20s when I watched Second City. But it is a dream. When we first met her and she first started working with the actors, and it was like, she's just brilliant. And she's also so lovely and just an amazing, generous. But she took Seal and just made her not only her own, she made her who she was meant to be. And that was kind of, it's like we didn't really know who Seal was until Andrea Martin became Seal.
And what's beautiful watching her as Seal is that in our show, she has really no judgment about her kids. She doesn't snipe about them. She doesn't complain about them. There's so much love in everything, how she looks at them, how she treats them. There's so much love there that it's sort of a different way of looking at a family show where nobody gets along and everyone's fighting, but there's so much love there.
And Andrea really brings that.
Yeah.
I mean, the character was always sort of conceived as the mama bear and the one that you wanted to turn to, and then one that you kind of want to be there on your side. One of the inspirations for that, of course, was some of the Real Housewives. One of them who actually said at one point, "I'm like a bull in a candy store." So that was like the inspiration for Seal with her sort of malaprops and whatever. But Andrea has this lovely warmth to her, and it comes across that she really loves her kids. Really, at its heart, it's a family show. And every week we will see a case, sort of an open and shut case, which will, of course, go terribly wrong because it's the Engels who were trying to do this.
Right, of course. It's built into, they cannot somehow they will muddle their way through it and hopefully have some kind of victory at the end that'll make the family, bring them together they'll come out of this stronger and still fighting and still angry at each other, but
right.
I think we're going to love that journey of watching them, because I think it reminds us of most of our families, the journey that most of our families go on. At the end of the day, somebody always cries at Thanksgiving dinner, but you're glad that they're there.
You hope it's just crying, usually, at Thanksgiving. But also, they all have a different role at the law firm, and there's sort of these informal roles. So we have Jenna, who's the actual only lawyer, Seal with her long ago paralegal skills. Jimmy, who is now coming on as the investigator, he's just sort of the self-proclaimed investigator and can't say, he will deliver a subpoena but can't say subpoena without laughing, which is not very mature. And Sandy, who will be the receptionist, who has never, receptioned, as she says, really, ever, or had a job.
Has no reception skills whatsoever. Whatever that reception skills involve, she doesn't have those.
Right, but she's very, she is also the first line of defense when you come into the law office, so Sandy's the one that you have to kind of get through.